Aries. Thank you for joining me. My name is Echo, and this is your February 2025 tarot reading. We did start off this February with a Aquarius new moon. Aquarius is the forward thinker, the go-getter, the person who tends to think outside of the box. And the new moon was a great time to set intention. So I hope you did that as the month began. I'm a little late on these readings. My bad. This month we have a lot of planetary movements. We actually have a big one was Mars is going to be in retrograde until the 23rd. So Mars is the sign of the planet of action and aggression. So this may set you a little bit off and ruffle your feathers every now and then. But as we get forward to that 23rd, be ready to kind of sling back as it stations to go direct, okay? So it's kind of like you're pulling back a slingshot so you can fire off whatever it is you wanted to put together. And you will see all of that coming about as we get toward that full moon toward the end of the month. And so your intentions will be taking forward action. As the month progresses, we will move into more of a dreamy energy where things feel a little bit lighter toward the second and third weeks of the month. And so just hang in there. It's going to be a rough start, but we're going to go ahead and get started with this reading and see just where we're going. So leading you is K-Nas. I'm getting this in a lot of readings, actually, and I do mean a lot of readings for February. K-Nas is the fiery energy of creation. It is the spark that turns into the roaring flame, and especially for you, Aries, you are not the type to back down in a situation. So if there is something that's kind of tugging at your heartstrings right now, something you feel like you should be taking action on, listen to your intuition, listen to those tugs, because those are going to be the things that make this month a progressive one for you. So, yeah, that fiery creation is also Mars. So if you feel like something is setting you off in an emotional way, like we discussed earlier, take action on that. See what you can do to harness that energy in a very positive way rather than letting it get under your skin. Using the animal spirit oracle, you have the bear spirit, take time out. This one also keeps popping up. Bear spirit indicates that while you are a very strong, very powerful individual, it may be time to stop and pause before we take action. Also, as you are the sign of action, Aries, Mars is very comfortable in your sign, actually. It belongs there, I guess you could say. Then you will be the kind of person who's really the go-getter this month, whereas other people may feel a little bit of overwhelm, okay? So you're going to take action on that fiery energy with K-Nas. Just remember to stop and take time and take a breather. Look before you leap as you progress. The Butterfly Oracle deck says healthcare change is in the mix. So you may notice some kind of foods or habits that might not resonate with you this month. And throughout the year, actually, as we progress, because the North Node and South Node have shifted into Pisces being the North Node and Virgo being the South Node. And the South Node is what we are very aware of, what we know to take action on, and the lessons we have already learned. Virgo is a very health-oriented sign and is very on top of what's going on in the personal space in the body. So if something isn't resonating with you, you're going to want to take action on that and you're going to feel that. This could mean cutting out substances that don't work for you, cutting out habits that might be interrupting sleep, or maybe making the sleep space more comfortable. Maybe knowing when to take time out to avoid stress and things like that. Next we have boundaries. This kind of plays into what we just said, looking after your own health, as well as how we interact with other people. Sometimes boundaries are knowing when something is too much for us or something just isn't right for us and how it affects us. Okay, where do we draw the line in the sand? Where do we take this thing and make it not be an issue anymore to find what does work for us? If someone or something doesn't resonate with you, I'm just getting this idea that maybe someone's going to come at you, or maybe just in your general vicinity. You may not see them, but you may hear of gossip going around, people talking. This is perfect. This is time for you to put up boundaries and be firm. You don't have to be aggressive, but you can absolutely say, hey, look, I don't appreciate what you said. This is kind of how it is. Just kind of set a person straight because they may not know that the information they're putting out there is incorrect. Likewise, gossip isn't really acceptable. It's not really a friend activity unless it's like, how is Aries doing? I haven't heard from them in a while. Oh, well, they've got this, and this going on. So technically, there are good and bad kinds of gossip, I guess you could say. I guess telling someone how you are doing wouldn't really be considered gossip. But if somebody is putting something that isn't right out there, feel free to correct them, be firm, let them know, hey, I really don't appreciate this. Could you maybe kind of keep our business private? That would be great. I'd appreciate that. And there's nothing wrong with this. You're just kind of protecting your position, right? And that goes with like everyday stuff too. When you're setting those boundaries, don't let anyone tear you down, Aries. Something tells me, just from the energy in this reading so far, you're not going to, but you don't want to let anyone drag you down, right? Let go of people and things that don't really serve you and situations and focus on the good. Because what you think is what you create. Next, you have wisdom. Wisdom means you're going to take all of the, I'm hearing like turn knowledge into wisdom, like a fire needs kindling. So you're going to take all that you've been through and all the cards on the table, I mean, pun not intended, and put them forward in a way that works for you. You're going to absolutely make February progressive. You're not looking to let anyone or anything tear you down. You're more so interested in taking the lead in something, looking for expansive opportunities. I mean, you've already set the groundwork. You're ready to hit the ground running. I can already see this. So without further ado, let's get this reading going. You have the Eight of Swords in your base position. The Eight of Swords is a very stuck position, as indicated by the individual in this card, surrounded by all these blades. He is stuck in the position he's in, okay? So if you just realize where you're bound, where you're stuck, and where there are openings, something tells me you're already taking stock of the situation. You're going to know how to progress as the month goes forward. What's crossing you is the, Page of Swords. Page of Swords is the studious individual. She tells it like it is, and she is ready to cut through the BS. So, like we said, you're setting your boundaries. We're taking stock of where we are, and we're telling people, hey, this is where I am. This is where I'm at, like it or not. At your base, you have the Six of Shields or Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is all about, well, I guess you could say in this instance, the way it applies to you, it's about setting your boundaries, setting how much you're willing to give, because Pentacles is earth energy. What we have, the things that are very material and tangible, are everyday. The fact that this is sitting at your base level tells me you know what it is you need to make you happy without overgiving, sometimes in the monetary value or just like literally how much you put into things and people every day. So keep that energy, keep that knowing, and that's going to serve you well. You're already pondering this for this card to be in your base level. Next, you have the Seven of Pentacles or Shields sitting at your side. This tells me that you know exactly how it is you want to progress. You're wanting to grow from that, because the Seven of Pentacles is very much seeing growth from the seeds you have planted. And if you plant seeds and put into new ideas, I have a feeling it's really going to help you. Pay attention to your dreams at this time. They may be a really good Pisces doing what it is this month with everything that's flowing through there. You're going to see dreams that may speak to you in a way that kind of create aha moments. Listen to those dreams, really work to sit and interpret those, because those are going to give you cues and directions that you might not otherwise consider, almost like little helpful tools. Crowning you, you have the Two of Cups. Yeah, you're only interested in exchanges that are serving you at this time, Aries. And this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, although it can. It can be a business partnership. It can be a roommate. It can just be somebody that we interact with every single day, like a close coworker, maybe even a sibling. Any interaction that you put into someone else, you're expecting to get back. And you're putting this, you're manifesting this. You want someone who is genuine with you one way or the other. If it is a partnership or just someone who's in your close vicinity, you want it to be something that gives back, where the two of you can really be there for each other. You want genuine. The immediate outcome of this is going to be the King of Swords. She is, again, someone who cuts through the BS. And given this is your immediate outcome, if you're staying true to yourself and drawing the line in the sand because you want growth, you're going to find those connections that really cut through the nonsense and help you move forward. It's a very progressive way of thinking as February goes for you, my dear Aries. So I love this reading for you so far. Let's keep going. At your base, you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is all about conquering a situation and getting the best outcome. It doesn't necessarily have to be conflicting, but you have a lot of air in here, especially for an Aries. You have a lot of air in here with the swords, and it says to me that you're really thinking before you act. You're really taking stock of your situation, so you can, the Wisdom card and K-Nas being here, I'm not surprised. Tells me that you really are looking to use your head and get the best you can from these creative sparks. So this is what you bring to the energy here in the Celtic cross spread, which is what we're using for this reading. This is what you're putting in. You're looking to conquer, and you're absolutely setting yourself to task, Aries, to do whatever it is you need to do to make the most out of your February and how that's going to carry on in the months to come. Next, what Spirit is contributing to the reading is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is usually the individual who is sitting at the edge of a cliff or one environment or one situation, one chapter into the next. The old hermit sitting at the edge of the forest here with his back turned to the light actually says he is coming from civilization and the world behind to go into the wild and to explore. So while you have been through some stuff, and this is what I see in this reading, you are ready to go and explore new things. You are ready to make changes for the better in your situation. And you're not going to back down from whatever it is that's got you vexed or whatever it is that you've set your mind to. This is a very powerful reading, Aries. In your position of hopes and fears, you have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is all about union and creating from that union. So you're hoping to make connections that are going to work for the best for you, Aries, that are not just going to help you create the things you're looking to create, but to help you celebrate, to help you truly enjoy what it is you're putting together. This may not only, because it's in hopes and fears, this may not only be a hope for you, but a fear that the effort you're putting in may not do those things. And that's why you're only accepting genuine, okay? You're already deciding what is okay and what is not. And that's a wonderful way to progress. I think everybody should be at least a little firm with what they allow and what they do not, and not necessarily being overbearing. Everybody should be a little firm with what it is they're willing to accept and what it is they are not, Aries, because let's be honest, if you don't, you can sometimes create more mess than you really should have had to go through, right? The overall energy from this reading I'm getting is the Ace of Wands or Ace of Staves, which actually talks about the creative fire bursting into a massive flame. Okay, and we started with that creative spark with K-Nas. So the overall outcome of buckling down and just kind of telling people like it is, very gently, you don't have to be mean, you don't have to be salty, is going to give you those dividends, what it is you're actually looking to create. So I just want to see what does maybe Aries not see coming this month in February. No one needs any nasty surprises. The 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is having all that you want, having all that you need, again, in a very material, very realistic way. So this may mean that life starts to, it could be a little bit overwhelming at times just because you have a lot to handle, but it can also mean that there is the potential for more reward than you anticipated. You may also feel like you have a lot of irons in the fire and a lot to juggle. Things are going to feel very real for you this month. So I love that for you. It could be good, could be bad, take it or leave it. It's really just how you use the energy. What advice do you have? Excuse me. What advice do you have for my Aries? And a card just fell on the floor, so I'm just going to get that. You have the Three of Wands. The advice for Aries is the Three of Wands in the month of February, which is all about being the master of your ships at harbor. So advice is to still take that, this is what I want, this is where these ships need to go, and this is how things are going to be, and embrace, embody, and enjoy that energy, because that is, you're getting the green light. You're getting the go-ahead to operate that way this month. So what blessings are you offering my Aries in the month of February? This is a great reading. What blessings is Aries capable of grabbing? The Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is the start of creating something new, the start of a new beginning. She works very well with the Page of Swords because the Page of Swords is going to stand in their truth and tell it like it is. And the Page of Pentacles is going to take from, okay, this is what you tell people, this is the feedback I get, this is what I've learned. Now I'm going to apply that to me in real time. Okay. And this is the blessing for you. The things that you're bringing about, if you stick to your guns, if you really buckle down and tell it like it is, and decide this is what I want, this is how things are going to go, this is what I'm going to get, that is what's going to start for you new beginnings, almost like the embers of a fire I'm seeing with that Canaz card just pulling from left field. So I love this reading for you, Aries. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm wishing you a happy February in 2025. My name is Echo, and I will see you next time.